Yes, finally, a game on Age of Empires 2 DE that I can spectate that is actually going to be good. That is right, Hera versus GKT Cloud. You have no idea how long I have been refreshing this list trying to find a game. Looks like they're playing on Scandinavia, it's a Mongol mirror, and we're going to jump straight into it. Hera is probably streaming this right now as well, so I will link his stream in the description to this video. But it has been quite a while since I have sat down and done a live recorded commentary, and to be honest with you, I've missed it. It's been a long while, and it's something that I really enjoy. It's something that I love to just be able to sit down and just do it off the cuff, you know? A lot of my recent videos, a lot of my recent content, it's all been very scripted. It's all been very, uptight and serious and to the point. And, doing this kind of lets me be a bit more real with you guys, allows me to improvise a little bit more and talk about what's going on in the world of Age of Empires. So that is really cool. I appreciate that, and I'm so happy to finally find a decent game with two decent players. A lot of these guys have been grinding the ladder hard recently. There's been so many matches going on every day, but unfortunately the spectator system is a little bugged and you can't see all of them. So finding a good one, yeah, that takes some time. So anyway, I'm going to have to get used to this spectator UI. I've kind of got used to Capture Age now, and, well, I don't have small trees, as you can see. But bear with me, we'll make it work. Up to the north of the map, in the blue, it is Hera himself. If you don't know who Hera is, he is a very highly rated player. Probably, I don't know what his rating is right now, but he's definitely hit 2,400 to 2,600 rating on Voobly. One of the best, and he's playing in the blue as the Mongols. Down to the south, in the red, it is Cloud, GKT Cloud, but Cloud, Taiwanese player, also very strong, and actually, I remember an upset from him a few years back when he played in a tournament round 1. I think it was one of the old Escape Gaming Masters that we did way back. And he had an upset, he got through to round 2, and he's not a player that you see in too many tournament games at least, but he is a very highly rated player, and we did see him sending his scout straight forward. Obviously they're playing as Mongols, so they have the extra line of sight. Unfortunately, I don't know what that was. Hello. Unfortunately, there is no new civs in this game. These guys are tryharding. They get Scandinavia. Of course, they're going to take Mongols. Scandinavia, if you don't know, is a very hunt-heavy map. There are 3 boar. There are, I assume one's under the TC. Yes, there's 1, 2, 3 boar. There are extra large deer patches, although that's 3, that's pathetic. There's probably a bigger one somewhere, and that's generally the gist of the map. Lots of hunt, and therefore, of course, Mongols makes a whole lot of sense with that faster hunt bonus. There we go. Cloud can find them. He's got them there. 5, 6 deer. Lovely stuff. And, of course, he'll gather those 50% faster. On the edges, there is the water, and I like the water a lot in fact, I like this map in general a lot for 1v1s. In team games, I'm not a massive fan, to be honest, but in 1v1s, it definitely has its merits. And Cloud, is he going to go lane this Vil? It looks like he is. Oh, okay. He's going to be the gentleman and let that one slip by. It's always interesting to see if players are going to lane at the start of the game, you know. It sort of gives you a clue at what their mindset is. And Cloud giving Hera the boar there. I mean, he could still steal, but he's lost some health on his scout, so he won't do that. And he could still lame as well. Is he? Oh, no, he is. Okay. So Cloud either feels intimidated by Hera. Oh, but Hera, what a beast. Oh, he's going to wall the scout. Oh, that's perfect. Oh, wow, 1 HP. And the scout from Cloud dies as well. Oh, that was sick. Hera. Oh god, he's one of the best micro players in the game, seriously. Keeping that villager alive there. Whoa, okay. Sorry, just having a little bit of a nerdgasm, to be honest. I'm quite impressed. But you'll notice quite a different build from these two players already. You can see that Hera's got the 5 on wood, which is very standard for your water build opening, which is going to be this dock here and some fish. Usually there's decent fish on the edge of Scandi. And Hera's found some already next to his dock. A really nice dock, actually. right in the middle of the water, so no ships could even sneak by if they wanted to. They'll come in his line of sight. But Cloud's not doing that. You see how he made the mill. And, of course, a mill is a much lower investment than a dock and fishing ships. Obviously, the dock, 150 wood. Building fishing ships, that's 75 wood each. Whereas the mill, well, it's just 100 wood, straight up. And the villagers, of course, gather 50% faster from the hunt as well. So Cloud, forgoing the dock, favouring instead to go for the faster feudal time. And he's about 20% faster to feudal than Hera. At the moment, I don't think that's paying off for him, to be honest. He did lose his scout, which is a small setback. But we both know that he's going for scouts anyway, before he even reaches the feudal age. That's kind of an easy read, to be honest. He's also got a decent wall off here. I do like his base a little more. These wood lines sort of extend all the way across towards this edge. And he's got a really easy wall here, and perhaps at the back, or he could wall to the edge of the map if he feels like doing it. But at the moment, he's going quite far forwards. But I do like this for Cloud. It's quite easy for him to wall off the front and close that off. Whereas Hera's front's a little bit more open. He can't build over this ice as well, remember. So it won't be so easy for him to close it. He can do it between the house and the wood line, and the barracks and the wood line. But it's not as easy or as closed as Cloud's. And Cloud getting in there with the watchtower, trushing the wood line. He's not got a scout anymore, but he already knows what he needs to know. And he sees the lumber line there, looking at his point of view. Coming forward with the spear, nice and aggressive, forward stable from him as well, followed up by this tower. It looks like Cloud's going to get off to a strong start in the feudal age here. And it looks like Hera's scout inside of Cloud's base isn't going to pick up too much information because... well, there's nothing to see here. It's all on his side of the map. Nicely walling in the tower. Smart plays by Cloud there. And of course, Hera starting with a fire galley just to be safe. And it's completely wasted, I guess, because Cloud does not have a dock. Sorry, yeah. So he's going to go hit the gold at the back. And he gets a retribution for the killed scout earlier on, and Hera's now quickly trying to wall off that backside to help protect this gold and wood. This is really important, but my goodness, has Cloud been housed for about 5 minutes here? That was a long housed period right there. Gosh, sound like a Japanese advert. But yeah, another Vil going down for Hera, another one on 2 HP. Maybe it's Cloud with the Hera snipes here. And Hera's going straight up for archers, which is typically a bit of a slower pace build. But obviously, he was setting himself up for water aggression, so he didn't have the food income necessarily, or food bank at least, to go for scouts. Although with that said, he does have decent food, but he's okay to go archers. Archers is a bit more of like a long-term strategy, whereas scouts is you open with scouts and then transition into archers later anyway. But good start for Cloud, really. I want to see their scores. I have to click off if I select a building, I can't see the info, so I have to check this. See Hera's ahead, but it's mostly going to be at this point because of the fish. You can see the difference in eco. It's nearly 100 points difference. That's just by having these 5 fish. Hera's added an extra 1. He's adding an extra 1 again now, so he'll go up to 6 instead of the usual 4. And of course, that is what having water control allows him to do. Another Mongol tower from Cloud on this wood line here at the back as well. And Cloud relentlessly coming in. It's a little bit sloppy, to be honest. I think that's sloppy for Hera to let that get in there. He knows he's open on 2 areas, here and here. And for Cloud to run through these houses and under the TC and then pick up a villager on the gold before Hera reacts with the spears, that seems a little bit slow from the micro machine. I wouldn't expect that, but he is ahead economically. He's okay right now. But of course, Cloud just going into skirm at the moment, and Hera's going for his patented fast blacksmith, as he likes to call it. I don't know who came up with this. I think it was actually Lyri, but instead of doing a second rage, it's a blacksmith first, and then he gets fletching really early. So you can see he's already got fletching here, and Cloud does not. He's only got the stable and the range. Doesn't have enough wood at the moment for a second range or a blacksmith, it seems. Not the end of the world though if you're going for the skirm, but I guess if Hera can get the range advantage and use that, with some good micro, then it can turn the tide of the battle. So fast blacksmith from Hera seems to be the play, but also a stable in the back, and I think that's a really sensible decision. Like, he's already seen that Cloud's invested into scouts, so he knows that if he adds a stable now, at the very least, he's going to have the same investment into military as Cloud. And then it will slow him down, in theory, to Castle Age just as much. But also, he's got water, so he's got that food income from the water. So by adding the scouts, he can not only bolster the strength of his army, but also massively counter these skirms. So it puts Cloud in a bit of an awkward position. With that said, though, Cloud's in a decent position still. Forced the tower of Hera on the back, and here we go. The engagement on the right-hand side, looking good for Hera, to be honest. Cloud's trying to focus down those spearmen, of course, before they get onto the scouts. But they're straight onto the scouts. That should be a good fight for Hera. It looks pretty good right now. The scouts are still alive, but if that last scout goes down, then he will have to back up, and he's feeling like he's got to back up anyway. Well, the scouts get free damage. Oh yeah, free damage all day. And at this point, may as well keep that scout there. He's getting more damage for free, but that was a good fight for Hera, to be honest. And Hera now considerably ahead, in my opinion, but he is in an awkward position of, feeling a little bit like he's in a bit of a chokehold, I suppose you could say. He's kind of got a lot of stuff happening around him, and he's a bit cornered, but he's okay if he busts out here, and it looks like he will successfully bust out, so to speak. Going to get those archers in there, focus down the vills, trying to avoid as much of this skirmisher fire as he can. Continuing to push forward with the archers, he finds the stone, and if he can keep these 4 archers alive, he'll pick up some villager kills as well. This is looking pretty dicey for Cloud right now. I don't want to say it's GG, but if Hera gets a few more villager kills, he's really going to start to snowball this game. He'll have the eco advantage on water, but then he'll get the eco advantage on land as well. And this is awful for Cloud. The tower's now going to get denied, and he built his buildings forward. So his reinforcements are coming from over here and not back here. So the tower, not going to happen. And Hera now with a decisive lead. Looks like he'll be able to push this and perhaps even end this in the feudal age. And as I say it, the game is over. Hera victorious. That was a quickie. Only 19 minutes of game time. I'm kind of disappointed, to be honest. No disrespect to Cloud, but I was hoping we'd get a nice long game, so I don't have to go back to refreshing the spectator list over and over and over and over again. No kidding. I was waiting for about half an hour to watch this. But GG's. Well played to Hera. It looks like his climb up to the top of the leaderboards is going quite well. In fact, let's check it. I think Hera may be number 1 ranked on random map at the moment, so we'll see that in a moment. But all in all, look at that, 26 to 12. Eco is going to be pretty good for Hera as well. Had a lot more wood, pretty even on food though, and a lot more gold, of course. And all in all, 10 extra economy units. So interesting strategy by Cloud. Obviously I think going for the water would have been the better option, but I guess if you're playing against someone who you consider to be better than you, which I think Hera would be considered better than Cloud, I think you've got to think outside the box, try something a little bit different. Hence going for the mill and hunting for the faster uptime was good in theory, just unfortunately for Cloud wasn't good enough, and Hera's fish boom came and pulled him through, I guess you could say. Just quickly go back to the menu. I'm curious to see Hera's position on the leaderboard right now. Oh, okay, he's number 5 at the moment, but he is up there. Oh no, number 3, just updated. So that gained him two places on the leaderboard that game. And it's pretty interesting to see this develop. As you can see, lots and lots of games being played by the top players. Other featuring players here, the Max, Degao, Velessa, Doubt, Zhaofan, ACCM, the Viper, Mr. I've got a theory about him, by the way. I'll tell you that in a minute. WTV, I think that's Tim. I might be wrong. I think it's Tim. Antagonist is someone's alt. I can't remember who that is. Tato is Tato, and Fat Pig is Vivi. Fun fact, I actually beat Vivi, this Vivi, in a 2v2 game with my friend Bot Marley the other day. I'll put that up on the screen because you probably won't believe me, but we did actually win a 2v2. It was I wish I recorded it. My reaction was just, I lost my mind. I couldn't believe it. It gets me hyped just thinking about it. And then the Mister, like this is quite interesting, right? I have a theory. Now I know who the Mister is. He's a very good player. No disrespect to him, but he is not in the same league as these players when it comes to Age of Empires 2. He's more of an AoM player. I believe he played a lot of AoE1 and AoE3, but he's never really been, and please correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm fairly sure he's never been sort of like top 50 in Age of Empires 2. And I'm not saying he couldn't be, but 32 wins at 100% win rate seems, maybe a little fishy, given that people like Viper have 76, Hera has 81, Tato has 82. So I have a theory that he's turned crossplay off, and this symbol here means that he's bought the game on Windows Store. How many people in this top 100 have that logo and have the game on Windows Store? Angelina Jolie, and then you get down to 88 and you get these guys. So I have a theory that he's turned crossplay off and he's only playing against the Windows Store guys, and therefore he's never actually had to play against Viper, Degao, Max, Valessa, so on and so forth, and that's why he's got 100% win rate at 32 wins. A bit of a conspiracy theory there. I would love to see from him if that is not the case, because I would like it not to be the case. I don't want to sound like I'm trash talking someone, but it is a little theory I've been cooking up. Still, very respectable 32 wins, 100% win rate, number 7 on the leaderboard, ahead of the Viper, nonetheless. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. It's been quite a short video, but I'll be back with more commentary soon. I'll be back with more serious top 5 videos and stuff soon as well. But for now, I will see you next time.